exhaust this order book. Jeez. Like, one of the prettiest order books I had seen in a long time. I mean, that was really pretty. Look at that order wall they just ran into, though. I mean, that was pretty aggressive. MSTR just perfectly wicked R4. If you feel free to buy up from here, that would be amazing. But I'm not feeling very good about this. How's NVIDIA looking? Not really in a good spot. Oh, look at Meta went and tagged R4 perfectly.
Apple look.
Feel like we're starting to distribute on the market a little bit. But I'm not sure. I'm just hanging on. I'm stuck right now. I'm in MSTR, so I think it can still make it. I mean, it held R4. It's in a higher range. Order book still, it's not as bullish as it was, but there's still plenty of orders. So hopefully it'll work. But I don't know, it's having a lot of trouble getting gas. So we'll see what happens. Where is Tesla going?
To the moon.
These are those moments when you wish you were a good momentum trader. Hey, what's up, bub?
Good morning,
Nice.
Todd.
This Tesla is coming right to floor floor 3 now. We could expect something there. It's right where there's really nothing above it. 370.
Yeah.
Might be a, might be
Third,
a,
I'm about to get stopped on MSTR. This looks bad.
there is a way to save the bookmap setting on the TOS. Uh, there was a used to be a mod Kyle. He made a one file on the. Uh, he showed the way how to save those settings, and so you don't have to change it for every ticker.
Okay.
And I can send you a link, but I don't know how to use them. I mean, I tried like many
Yeah,
times.
I'm interested.
I'm
Let me
interested too.
Let me send the link on the mentoring chat, and maybe you guys can help me as well.
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be great.
Or can you look at Tesla, or are you looking at?
I can look at it, sure. We've almost hit ATR on Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Right at floor 3.
Yeah.
And we've almost run our order book as well. We only have 75 cents left of upside.
Where the hell is it going?
There it is. We just hit our ATR extension right there.
Thor, I sent that link on the mentoring chat.
Thank you, sir.
No.
There's orders 72, 73 coming in.
He explains that
We're
like
almost
how to use
completely out
them.
of orders above 372. Let's see if we get an ISO pivot here. Notice how we have an M in here now? That's because we met our ATR. As soon as we meet our ATR range, it throws an M in to let you know that it met the range. So now, because if it moves down, you technically gain your upside back. But we want you to know that you did meet the range.
I don't have this one, like the new one.
Can you share it?
I know it's the new hotness. We're coming out with stuff every single day. Like this is what we're doing right now. Like every single day, like I'm asking for
We
stuff.
d-
She's building stuff. We're back and forth. This is
we
you know,
do I do have it, but like before she makes the change for the M.
I know. So that's because it was
Yeah.
a feature request.
The
Okay.
latest one is on the mentoring chat. Just scroll up a little bit and you'll get it. It has the M thing.
We need to make a more efficient means for just whatever the latest is, and we'll get that figured out here shortly when I'm not focused on trading. But we should definitely just maybe we'll create a thread or whatever, a room in here, and we'll just toss links that way. Anytime you make an update, you can literally just do a post and just say here's the new
Can you make it
hotness.
like my iPhone? It just updates overnight and it's ready for me in the morning.
Well, technically, if she updates the same ones, you can go into your tool panel and refresh yours in theory.
Yeah, that's
How
it.
well that knows, I don't works. I don't freaking know.
Oh, wait, application setting. Yeah.
Damn, Tesla.
Set to the moon.
To the moon. Look, they brought in more. No VPA. No VPA signal.
What kind of a signal are you looking for?
All the bags. Like a market middle finger. Like a big one.
Are you looking for a particular candle, or
No. Not a particular candle, just something. It's really the selling we're looking for. We need to see them slam the door. Like there needs to be a really big something. Like a really I mean it's obvious. It's more obvious than you think it is. All right, there's downside orders coming in. So notice as we're pushing up, we're actually starting to leave orders behind now. So before, when we were advancing, you'll notice that the order book was incredibly lean. But now as we've been going up, they are leaving orders to the downside. So we've got what it takes now. We could drop. We have this one big order at 375. So but we're way outside of ATR now. But
The 75, like kind of like on the R4, the floor pivot.
it still looks like it needs, yeah, like still no good signal, no new low. I got a little short going on crude on my funded to see if I do something in that. Well, I don't know if that's going to work out, but Tesla's a little bit outside of my playbook, so I'm not gonna play it. Right now I'm still just sitting down 1R. So I had a nice day yesterday. I closed out 7R yesterday, so I'm not too stressed out, but I'm looking for a good opportunity. Let's just say Tesla is gonna. I have a feeling that one's just gonna cost me money if I try to play that. Mm. I like where Nvidia is. It's not quite to R3. Oh, it's on a wrong range. Never mind. Nvidia looks like it's about to sell off. Coin looks like it's distributing right now. It kind of overblew R4 though. Tesla, that looks it's not a really big VPA signal, but that's selling right there. That's real genuine selling.
2 minute, 2 minute make ISO pivot. See if we're gonna hold it close.
Coin's order book looks a little bearish right now. I feel like everything, like all of these, like Bitcoin related stuff, it's all about to like give it up. I feel like the order books are all looking a little bearish on these.
Wasn't able to find that new updated symbols.
Yeah, let me oops. Wrong buttons. Stop moving.
I just shared it again.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
go back
Thank you.
and print chat the latest. Yeah.
Buying cues are just in horrible ranges to trade, and you can tell the market's performing as such. Remember, as I said, I think tomorrow is going to be the big event. So I came in today saying I thought today was going to potentially be kind of a choppier kind of day. No surprise. I'm really not sure like what happened with Tesla. But still, see, we had some good selling on it, but even still, see, without like the really large VPA signal, it still just isn't. If I don't even, this thing could just engulf and close out here. It's wild. Elon Musk, man, how much money did this dude make? So much money.
Lorena, are you watching MNQ? I see we got a FEG, a bearish FEG, but this is moving so slow that I'm just watching, and I was looking, or I'm looking for a see if we bounce from S3.
Yeah, I mean, you could only hope, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm waiting for on them. I mean, in theory, I mean, the issue here is like on these, you know, on these days, and we are opening right in the middle, and it seems like we're bound to PDC. This is going to be one of those days where you might just have to realize, like, might not have a really good shot today on
Yeah.
these. You know what I mean? Because even if you try and play from the center to an edge, you can see that trip has been not productive, right? So it's not even like you can play center out because it's in balance right now. So it's not
Yeah.
picking a direction, and if it doesn't pick a direction, you certainly can't figure out what direction it's gonna pick, you know, until it has.
Yeah.
So none of us are that good. So notice we're kind of looks like we're distributing here, and we have just sellers just piled on top right now. So if I was gonna like put money on it, I would say we're probably gonna sell off in a little bit down this weaker side of the book because we're distributing and we have a lot of sellers. So it doesn't really, but we're not really dropping a lot, which you would kind of think we would. So, I mean, you could, you potentially, if you read this as a, distributing, you could try and short towards S3. And then
Right.
once it gets to S3, if it throws VPA and bounces, cut it and play it long to R3. But that trip could be a horribly choppy trip. And if it squeezes, obviously, up to the top of the range, you gonna lose money. You guys move. NQ is kind of moving down a little bit now.
Yeah, that one's moving a bit, but
The market's is waiting for interest rates tomorrow. That's the other thing you have to remember too, being that since you're playing market sensitive instruments, you have to be aware that there's going to be certain time periods where those instruments are going to significantly underperform, especially when the market is waiting, right? So like since tomorrow's inflationary data, today the market's going to, they don't want to sell off. Maybe it's going to come out good. I don't want to sell yet, but
I see. Yeah.
but
That makes
we
sense.
don't want to buy either because it could go bad, and then we don't want to wake up tomorrow with the price gapped against us. So everyone's basically just, I always have this mental image of the movie Incredibles when you have Mr. Incredible there and there's a little kid on the tricycle and they're like, "What are you waiting for?" And he's like, "I don't know, to see something incredible." You know, so and this is kind of like that moment. You're like the kid on the tricycle right now, and you're just like, I'm just waiting to see something incredible. But you should wait to see something. You know, if you try and play it right now, you're more than likely going to just give the market some money.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm actually pretty happy that I'm not in any position. In the past, I would have already jumped into something with no.
Yeah, you know, it's at a
Yeah.
certain level, you just got to kind of say, you know, other analogy for me is, you know, because I do like a little surfing, or at least I used to in my ute. But one of the analogies I have for that is kind of the concept of, you know, kind of like when you're a surfer, sometimes you get to the beach and it's just a red flag day. You know what I mean? Or there's
Yeah.
jellyfish or something like that. You know, you got a biological warning. You know what I mean? So it's just not the day to get in the water, and you just have to realize, like, I really want to surf today, but you just don't get to. You know, or it's like going to the golf course and it's lightning. You know, lots of things you should do while golfing. Not holding a graphite rod above your head, probably, maybe not the one. So
Thank you.
yeah. With any luck, maybe we get ourselves a little squeeze or something. See, now look right there. Like ES, I was thinking it was about to go short, and look how they just squeezed it right off the 50
Mhm.
right there. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yeah.
Jerks. Jerks.
Sure.
Wow. Look at that pop. All right. I got to run. I got a 10 o'clock. I hope everyone has a fun morning. I'm down an R. So we'll hanging, looking, trying to see if I can find something fun. But I'll see everybody in an hour, and you know we can either celebrate together or cry together. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you in a little
Thanks,
bit.
buddy. All right.
Bye.